Happy Sunday, everybody, and happy Cinco de Mayo as well.
Yep, but apparently, it's not technically a real holiday. Americans made it up.
Mm. But I do remember, like, a few times I would celebrate Cinco de Mayo just because of the great food they have.
Yeah, and remember Auntie Chinese Black? It was like celebrated.
I want to remember that shit. But, anyways, from the title, yes, we'll be ranking all the voices from Tales from the Sonic franchise. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right, here we go.
Was yeah, like all is like kind of like a little bit. Didn't really kind of like get. I mean, well, I got enough, and yeah, I mostly did this because, well, it's all due to Blitz showing that wholesome video that featured Bradley Pierce, Kate Higgins, and Kalina Shaughnessy. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So yeah, beware of the word, of the yeah, I will say this: beware of the continue like the words similar and the same, because well, it's a little bit tricky when we dive on it. So to start off, it's Christopher Stephen Welch from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, not to be confused with another actor that was named Christopher Welch, but his name was Evan, and it like passed away and stuff. Because people had that all mixed up when it comes to this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, that was where Tails was portrayed as a 4.5-year-old and the surrogate younger brother of Sonic, so to speak, but still good friends nevertheless. And his portrayal, yeah, it's really, really believable. Really makes you think of he's a kid that needs to be protected at all costs, but will still stand out as a good sidekick.
Yep. Yeah, they watch a few episodes here and there, and then yeah, whenever it came on Netflix, yeah, I just watched some of the episodes and it turned out really good. Like, yeah, especially for Tales. And yeah, for my ranking for this version of Tales, in my opinion, I would just put it on A.
And now one of the more surprising ones, Rusey Taylor, who apparently did voice Tails in the pilot of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That is true, and yes, OGs will remember her as like Minnie Mouse, and rest in peace to her.
So
Yes,
very much.
and she had a birthday not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And listening back, like, like before we even started, like a few hours ago, I was like, wait a minute, why does Tails kind of sound a little bit like Chum Chum?
Wow. I mean, again, experiencing with little boy voices, like, of course, she's just experienced with that with The Simpsons, especially.
I mean, well, yeah, because yeah, around the time it's just easier for just women to just take over for young boys to make it easier. But we'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm. But just for the pilot of it, like Fresh, like, what's your overall score?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I give it B.
Yeah. All right then. Next up, oh, Chippy Boy, what's up, Chip?
Exactly, that right there. Of course, like yes, OGs will remember Bradley Pierce as, yes, like what Blitz said, the voice of Chip from Beauty and the Beast, and he was also in Jumanji and many other
Really?
surprises. Yeah,
Yeah.
the OG Jumanji with Robert Williams.
Yeah, of course.
That's cool.
Where he played the little brother Peter, and yeah, it was just a great movie overall. But when I found out that he was the voice of Tails from Sonic Sat AM, it was pretty good.
Like it did kind of like remind me a little bit of adventure, like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog tales, but still it's still a bit something.
Exactly. So yeah, just we were watching the episodes back then. But yeah, for Bradley, I would put him in S.
Agreed. Chris Turner, who played Tails from let's see, it was the movie Sonic Christmas Blast, and once again he just sounded like Christopher's Tails.
I mean, yeah, just matching it and all. But was there anything else you wanted to say about this version of Tails?
It's not really all that much because like he wasn't exactly all that much there, kind of like if I remember correctly or something.
I see. So overall ranking.
B.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Laney Frazier from like Sonic OVA or like the 1999 kind of anime movie. Now this version, yeah, she kind of made Tails sound so anime like. Like even though like it was like English, there's an English dub, but the line delivery is just very anime sounding.
Yeah, I get what you said because I didn't see the movie, but just seeing how it turned out and everything, I see your point.
Like the movie was very interesting and everything like that. It had some moments where it could be all ifty and when I was watching the NC review, like the many jokes that I heard, like it was like, "Don't thank me, just blow your nose. You sound like a constipated Simpson child." I'm like, "Oh,
my
yeah, Tails."
lord! Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like thinking, "Yeah, Tails does kind of sound like Bart, but with like stuffy nose, like that." That's what it kind of sounded like.
Mm.
So I give her is an A.
Nice.
All right, now we dive into full-on video games. This is where like all started. It all started with Corey Bringus, who for her first voice tales from 1999 to 2000, and well, and yeah, it's all right. It was very interesting to know. I guess this was kind of like the first instance that I learned about Tales being voiced by young boys before the change up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but then afterwards, his younger brother Connor, yeah, like he took over up until 2001, and I have to say both of them. Both the brothers, when they voice Tails, it kind of sounds like a mixture of both Lincoln Loud and Arthur Reed.
Ah.
Well, that's cool. And it's also
Mhm.
that two brothers voice one character.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when they did this with Sid from Hey Arnold.
Exactly. But yeah, that's really technically all that I really had to say. There's not really all that much, but again, it's very tricky. Apparently, when like it might sound some similarities. That's what I was talking about earlier. So, but since they kind of like sound alike, I just put them at just B. Oh, just over. Okay, now on to William Corky, who played Tails in Sonic Heroes from 2004, and which interesting enough, his whole family was also included here.
Yeah, I heard about that because I believe his dad played Espio.
Yes, and
wow, that's cool.
And his older sister played Charmy.
Yeah.
Wow, that is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And also, even more surprising news, I do remember that I made a video about it. He was also in Drake and Josh, where he played this kid named Pete.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Mm.
And so, yeah, I would say about his tales, he kind of sounds like Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but with much more, let's see, I guess much more like high pitched. I guess put it away.
Yeah.
Just a little bit almost kind of like this.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, but overall, there's something about the fun facts with his whole family. So, in my opinion, that just putting him in A would be good.
Yeah, yes, agreed.
And now for one of the favorite voices of Tails.
Yes,
this was my introduction to Tails.
Like yes, we basically kind of like grew up with like Amy Pallant, and yes, of course, this was around the time where it was made for the decision for Tails to be voiced by a woman doing a young boy voice because kids, they can play characters, but when they hit puberty, it's time for them to go. But some of them, it's rare for them to stick around.
Mhm.
And I just now realize this now. She also voices Shaman. Oh, I was wondering why Shaman sounded familiar.
I mean, yeah, not just in Pokemon. She was also in One Piece and any kind of anime you would watch growing up. But yeah, she's one of the best legends.
Yeah, playing him from starting with Sonic X until 2010. Yes, I gotta say, like, she made Tails sound like really, really like adorable and stuff. I just gotta tell you, just really like accurate to how an 8-year-old would sound.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But what else could we say? Amy's one of the goats for Tails, and I would put her an S.
I could have said it better, man.
All right, so yeah, going to 2010, and yeah, I did learn this from. Did you know that from voice acting? Is that like when they were changing voice actors for Sega and everything? It's just so crazy how they cast like these actors with similar voices, like with Kate Higgins here.
I mean, yeah, K Higgins Tails. It was pleasant, and this was kind of like around the time where like Tails was going a little bit much more into character, especially with Sonic Lost World. That right there, it was ooh man, you Tails was just getting so freaking. That one part where him and Eggman were almost about to fight, and it's like, oh, you don't trust me to do so? You trust Eggman more than me. I was like, dude, wow, calm down.
Holy hell.
But still, like, there were still other games that she did, and I'll admit, like, she was one of the best voices as well.
Agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I would put Kate Elsa in S. And now for the prime, Tails of the time of we have Clean O'Shaughnessy, who first started playing Tails in Sonic Boom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, she did really good as Tails, apparently.
And what's even funny, like nobody, like who? Let's be honest. Like when for Sonic Boom, and people didn't. Who didn't realize or notice the difference that Tails' voice really did change? Because Colleen and Kate, they both sound just the same, and who would have took long enough to notice that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I knew Tails' voice was different because his voice is kind of a bit lower.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's see more of Tails' character in Sonic Boom, because I know people that have their opinions about what they think of the show Sonic Boom, but with Clean's opinion and also the voice for Tails, it was like one of the best ones, and I like how she still continued to play Tails to this day.
Yep, and Clint in the movie, the live-action Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And let's also not forget, in addition of Tails, she was also Charmy, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, for sticking around to being, the one true Tails, like I'm just saying, because she's like my most preferred one. So
I mean, I agree with you. Like, no statement to that. All right, next.
Okay, like I believe that Allison Packard, who played Tails in the short Sonic Drone Home, which was based off of the movie.
I know her. Yeah, she's an anime voice actor, and yeah, I've seen her work in Instagram where she does interviews with other voice actors, and yeah, it's so cool in the drone where she played Tails and Francesco played Knuckles.
Yes,
and it's awesome that you projected Francesco as Knuckles.
Yeah,
sure was.
But yeah, just try to match Clean a little bit. I gotta say she did really good in my opinion.
Yeah, that's all really that I can say. Like she just matches up to what you just said.
Mm-hmm. I would put her in A. All right, get your ponies up for this one because it's Ashley Ball.
Yeah, I was so excited that she got to voice him because one, we saw the cast beforehand because we don't know which cast did what, and then Fresh did the you did the ornamental for Tails, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yes. And then the full cast came out, and the full show came out, and then actually Ball is revealed to be Tails. I was like, yes, I knew it.
He knew that he didn't do it afterwards, but I was pretty shocked about the Sonic Prime cast, especially who was playing Sonic, like Devin Mack, like who's known for playing Chef from Total Dramarama. He did excellent as Sonic as well.
He sure did.
Yeah.
But what can I say about Ashley Ball's Tails? I did see some of the episodes on Netflix, and yeah, she really proves to be like a Canadian Tails. I like it.
Oh, but let's not forget, Christopher Stephen Welch. He was also Canadian. Like everyone aside from Jaleo was Canadian.
Yes. And like a similar thing, like with Julia being the first black actor to play Sonic until like Devin Mack took over.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, Ashley Ball, she kind of made Tails sounding much more mature, like, especially like when Sonic refused to just listen to his friends. It's typical, like, rush into danger, don't even think about it. It's kind of like he was kind of having some issues to just, still keep a friendship, but there's always just, just try to listen for a change,
Yeah.
Yeah. And with Tails' variant, like how did you like the concept of like everybody having variants from different dimensions?
Yeah, that was
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, if you think about it.
Yeah, that too. And what were you gonna say, Fresh?
Yeah, it's a good concept. It's like different dimensions where you see different versions of characters, how they, especially with 9. Apparently, 9 that's like what would have happened if Sonic never came into Tails' life, and yeah, like just after getting bullied a lot because picked on for having 2 tails, and he decided to build 9 robot. I'm like, well, yeah, some other robotic tails to go along with it, and developing darker, aggressive personality. I was like, oh, okay, yes, you start off bad, then you turn good, but then really you're just just flip flopping all over the place. It was just
it was basically the Darker Octopus of Sonic.
That's besides the point, but it's mainly about how he was never be able to like trust anybody. Because at the end of like season 2, I think that was when you only did this for you. You don't care about what I think. Like, I am not your Tails. We were not friends, and it was hard to watch.
And with 9 and it's his Tails, I guess you could call him Nine Tails, a Pokemon. Yeah, you just got that, Christian.
No, I was like, yeah, I know. I mean,
Because,
a lot of people made that assumption too.
Because, of course, that's the inspiration for Tails overall. That's the reason why he's like that. But it's just crazy.
Yep. So, from both of your sides, overall ranking?
S.
Yes.
S.
And yeah, that was the ranking for Tails' voice over the years and showing how greatness they all of them showed.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, did enjoy the stream. A bit short, but still a really good stream.
Yeah.
So, if anything else, I'll let everybody know what we're gonna do next week, of course. And just hope everybody have a good Sunday and a happy Cinco de Mayo.
Bye.
Bye.